Hello and welcome to the English Nhật Bình Phước radio, television station and newspaper. Now take a look at top story as usual. Young enterprise in Bình Phước receive financial support. Chân Thành to plant more than 20,000 trees. New dormitory give wing to student dream. President called for expert opinions on rules of law socialistic projects. Vietnam willing to create a favorable condition for Saudi Arabian investor. Improving coffee quality essential to expand exports to the European Union. Goods exports look to see the chances brought by free trade agreement. The Asian Development Bank had decided to support 11 Vietnamese youth startup projects in the field of clean technology, finance, agriculture, and healthcare.
Mr. Đặng Dương Minh Hoàng, director of Thiên Nông Farm in Bù Gia Mập district, is one of 11 young people to receive funding. He is now completing documents to accept loans. According to Mr. Hoàng, in the near future, he will also set up Binh Phuoc Digital Agriculture Association to help people connect with end buyers, which will help reduce intermediaries and promote the applications of science and technology.
I'm very happy to receive ADB support. I will set up a digital agriculture association in Binh Phuoc, linking young farmers to professionalize production and supply stage to ensure origin, traceability, and better quality for the domestic market and exports. The ADB support will definitely help me to do this properly.
Applying science and technology has helped many young people in Binh Phuoc become healthy from running their own farms.
The People Committee of Chân Thành District in Binh Phuoc Province had directed department and commune and town in the district to register to plant more than 20,000 trees in 2022.
According to the target assigned by the People's Committee of Binh Phuoc Province, Truyền Hình district is to plant 20,000 or more trees this year, including scattered trees, urban trees, and rural trees. Agencies and communes and towns in the district are required to register the number and type of trees to be planted. They will also promote the task among residential communities so that people understand the long-term benefits of planting trees for socio-economic development and environmental protection. Through propaganda, the People's Committees of communes and towns will guide people to register to plant trees in order to achieve the best possible results. Planting will take place from June to August.
Empathizing with the difficulty of parents, some former students of Bình Long Town High School decided to introduce a project called Student Homestay to help students gain better living and studying conditions.
Student homes are a modern, fully equipped dormitory project for students whose home is far from school, allowing them to study in Bình Long Town while boarding or part boarding. There are also separate classrooms, a kitchen serving daily meals, a washing machine, a water purifier, and a warden supervising their daily studies.
My wish is to create the conditions for students to live at the school because their home is so far away. With student homestay, they will have a place to stay so they don't have to worry about costs and traveling between home and school every day.
According to Mr. Dũng, the project will have students not only for the 3 years of high school, but also another 4 years of university, as there are similar facilities in Ho Chi Minh City.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc has urged experts and scientists to propose specific and feasible solutions to develop the project's title Strategy to Build and Perfect the Rules of Law Socialist State of Vietnam until 2030 with a vision to 2045.
Addressing the event, President Binh Phuoc said the project strategy to build and perfect the socialist rule of law state of Vietnam until 2030 with a vision to 2045 is of significance. He stressed the target of developing a comprehensive, synchronous, transparent, and highly effective legal system that meets the requirements of international integration. He suggested that the editors team collect opinions on the project, especially new and breakthrough proposals. He called on experts and scientists to contribute more specific and detailed ideas to help the steering committee complete the project for submission to the party's Central Committee in October this year.
Vietnamese agencies stand ready to create optimal conditions for investment funds and corporations of Saudi Arabia to seek investment corporation chances in Vietnam, said Prime Minister Phạm Chính, while receiving Minister of Foreign Affairs of Saudi Arabia Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud in Hanoi on March the 17th.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính thanked the government and humanitarian organizations of Saudi Arabia for their timely financial and medical supply support for Vietnam in the COVID-19 fight. He proposed the two countries bolster exchanges of delegations and visits by high-ranking officials, and increase cooperation between the foreign ministries and people-to-people and culture exchanges. Prime Minister Chính requested the Saudi Arabian side to soon completely remove a ban on import of Vietnam's fishery products and strengthen the import of Vietnamese farm produce. Prince Faisal affirmed that Saudi Arabia always treasures relations with Vietnam. He spoke highly of the Southeast Asian nation's achievements in socio-economic development and COVID-19 control. He believes that Saudi Arabia in Vietnam holds huge potential for further promote cooperation across various fields, notably trade and investment.
German media had recently highlighted the nation's sustained efforts to revitalize its tourism industry following the country removing quarantine requirements for foreign arrival.
Or Time and other newspapers reported that foreign tourists only need to test negative for COVID-19 using RT-PCR method within 72 hours or rapid antigen test within 24 hours before departure. Those who do not test before arriving in Vietnam must take a test within 24 hours and may leave their accommodations only if their results turn negative. Stuttgart newspaper on the same day recommended tourists travel to Vietnam for a month-long bicycle ride across the country, which boasts diverse landscapes of forest, mountains, beaches, and rice paddies. It also highlighted the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which is favored by tourists opting for scooters or coaches.
Improving coffee quality and building brands are essential for Vietnam to expand exports to the European Union, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade.
The EU is the biggest importer of Vietnamese coffee, accounting for more than 16% of Vietnam's total coffee export. The Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement, or EVFTA, which removed 93% of tariffs, opened significant opportunities for Vietnamese coffee, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, adding that coffee was also among 39 geographical indications of Vietnam that EU committed to protect under the EVFTA. Vietnam and Brazil, two major coffee exporters, both have trade agreements with the EU, meaning that both enjoyed preferential tariffs when exporting coffee into the EU. However, Brazil mainly supplied Arabica coffee, while Vietnam focused on Robusta. The ministry said that the potential for coffee export to the EU was considerable, thanks to the increasing demand of processed and high-quality coffee.
At the exports of Vietnam timber and wooden products posted positive signs in the first 2 months of 2022. Many firms are increasing capacity to meet their schedule of order until the end of this year's second quarter.
According to the General Department of Vietnam Customs, timber and wooden exports were estimated to fetch $2.6 billion in the first 2 months, surging 15.5% year-on-year. Of the amount, shipments of wood products hit $2 billion, up 11.8% from the same period last year. Firms are focusing on product lines which can rake in high added value. and target markets of the US and Europe, with the hope that they may increase orders this year thanks to consumption recovery. Products from Vietnam hold huge competitive advantages as the country is a signatory to numerous free trade agreements or FTAs. Of note, the full reopening of international flights from mid-February has facilitated trade and is expected to bolster growth of many sectors, particularly wood processing.
That's all for today. Goodbye and see you next time.